Welcome to Whitehorse RV Center in Williamstown, New Jersey, where today we're doing a walkthrough demonstration of this 2010 Fleetwood Tioga Ranger 31N. This is stock number MH12802, and we're going to give you an overview of some of the features, systems, and operations. We're going to start outside with the awning. Up at the top, you'll use your awning arm pole, which is included, to release the lock mechanism. Push it back to open, and then you want to use the awning pull down strap to unwind the awning and extend it. Awning arms have a knob at the back which will loosen them to move it. That can slide up the track, lock into position, push down gently on the arm for some tension, tighten your knob. Same thing on both sides. And then you can use the handle at the base of the awning arm to lift and extend the awning. You can see it locks into all of these holes here. And you can tilt the awning one side or another. In wind or rain, do make sure to have that awning all the way in to protect the fabric. Thanks, Paul. Gonna walk you through the rest of the features of the coach. You're gonna watch here as Paul's gonna drop that awning back. To retract it, you're bringing your arms back, pushing down gently on the arm to unloose the tension. Loosen the knob, slide the arms back through the track inside the awning arm. You're going to take the awning arm pole, put it through the strap handle, and hold onto it with a little bit of tension. And then you're going to release the mechanism to lock or unlock at the side. Wind it gently back to recess along the sidewall of the camper. And then for transit, make sure you're clicking those into a locked position as you see here, and tighten those knobs so they don't come loose. Moving on to the front of the coach, you have access to all your fluid levels here. Washer fluid, transmission fluid, oil, etc. All in the front of the coach. There is a prop lever to hold the hood up. You can just undo this prop, drop and close the hood. There is a hood release latch inside the driver's door. So just like in an automobile, you're gonna have a hood release right here. You also have start stop for your onboard generator and your emergency start button here, which is an auxiliary start. It's gonna reserve some battery power. I'm gonna start the generator. So your emergency start button will keep some battery power in the battery. If everything was drained down, it's going to be enough to always start you so you're not stuck somewhere. Power heated mirrors. Similar controls in the front to an automobile. Stereo system. Backup monitor is above. I'll walk you around the outside of the coach. Access to the generator, you'll notice it exhausts to the driver's side or off door side, which is nice if you're sitting out under your awning, you're not getting that exhaust anywhere near your relaxation area. There are two levers on the generator. You can open this panel. You can see slide this and this here, and you can drop that down for any maintenance. I'm gonna turn the generator off just so it's a little bit easier to hear the walkthrough. Again, remote start stop is here. Generator draws from the same fuel tank as your engine. There is a safety feature. It will shut off somewhere around a quarter of a tank so it never pulls you out of fuel. As we walk down the off-door side of the coach, this is the back of your furnace heater. This will vent warm air in normal operation. This is a propane-based system. So you want to make sure this area is kept clean and free of debris, hoses, chairs, etc. This is the back of your water heater. Little toggle switch opens that up. Drop this down. Couple things to note here. You want to make sure this area is kept clean and free of any debris, leaves, spider webs, because they can wreak havoc with the system. Your pilot light would be in through here. And then there is a nylon drain plug right there. So for draining down the water heater for winterizing, you would undo the drain plug, let that drain down, and make sure you're always replacing it with a nylon drain plug. There are some instructions right here on the back of the water heater door and also included in your owner's manuals. So for more specific details and information, instructions on any of these features or operations you're seeing, please do refer to the manuals or give us a call with any questions. Fuel fill right here. Outside shower with hot and cold water. This is a lockable compartment. Underneath that, you have access to cable. So if you're at a campground and you have cable, you can hook up right there. City water would be hooked up to campground water, or at your house, you're using a water safe drinking hose. If you're using city water, you already have pressure coming into the coach, so you wouldn't need to use your water pump inside. Water pump is only for your fresh water tank, and that would pressurize the water coming into the coach. Santi Flush, this is a black tank rinse system. This is a way to back flush the black sewage tank to get that cleaned out. Access to your electrical. Your power cord does store in this compartment. When you're running your generator and you want to be powered, make sure the plug is plugged into the coach right here. If you're using shore power, you're fine to run it as you see and plug in at your campground. Again, this is back of a furnace vent. Make sure this area is kept clean and free of debris. This is your sewer kit, which hooks up to your dump valves. You have valves for both the black and gray water tanks, and that will let the coach drain down from the toilet waste and the soapy water waste. Back of the camper, you have a trailer hitch. It's got a 5,000-pound rating. You also have a roof ladder, which is great for maintenance. You can get up there, check your seals and gaskets. Recommended maintenance is once a season, just scrape and reseal as needed. Outside entertainment center here. This closes in a lockable compartment as well. Coming down this side, you have back of your refrigerator vent. This vent is accessible by spinning these tabs to the upright position. A coin or a key can help. I would drop this panel down again, just make sure that area is kept clean and free of leaves or debris. Spider webs can wreak havoc with your propane systems. This is your freshwater fill, where you would put a water safe drinking hose and fill your onboard water tank. And this is where you would want to use your water pump as well to pressurize the water coming from that tank. You have crank handles here, should you need them, as well as access to your propane tank. Propane fill valve is here, so you can see the fill level, your fill, and also the on-off. Come on up inside to the coach. Show you some of the features. Right at the main entry area, you have porch light and entry step control. You do have an electric step, so you can turn that on or off to override it, and your entry door light. All the switches for these will work provided that the lights are in the on position. Fire extinguisher. Propane leak detector. Right at the base of the kitchen cabinet, this is tied in with your battery system, and this has a loud, shrill alarm that would sound with either a propane leak or a low battery. There is a test reset on the button itself, a mute button. If it did sound, it's loud and shrill like a smoke detector. You want to make sure you check, open your windows, check your propane connections, make sure everything is good. If it does chirp, that means a low battery. This has a small draw from your battery, and it's a good idea if you're storing the coach for a long time or going to be away from it, maybe for a season, not using it for some time. Recommend using a battery disconnect or disconnect those batteries so you don't have any draw on them. You'll see there are furnace vents along the floor. Those are for your heater. And then your air conditioning vents are above, and they are directional, so you can control those, open or more for less airflow or more airflow. Your main intake for the air conditioner is here. This is called a chill grill. You can air dump cool air here or close it off. And behind this grill area, there are filters. They do gather dust over time, so it's recommended you can clean those out, wash them or replace them once a season or once a year, depending how much you're running the air conditioner. At the entry door area, you're going to find your systems monitor panel. This gives you tank levels. I'm going to close the door just so we can hear a little bit better. Gives you tank levels, battery levels, switches for your water heater, water pump, battery disconnect switch as well. So if you're going to be storing the coach, you can turn your battery on and off right here. Generator, we saw there's another remote start stop at the driver's door, which is very convenient. Just started that from inside here. Hour meter as well. Battery levels, propane levels, black tank, which is just toilet waste, gray water, which is just soapy water down the sink and shower, and freshwater tank, which is onboard fresh water. Slide controls are located here as well. So you're gonna press the in or out button to retract the slide in or extend it out. When we hit the button, you're gonna see the slide start to operate. And on this coach, we need to have the parking brake on, so we'll set that first and then show you slide operations. Each one has a little bit different configuration. So let me show you some of the features coming through here. Television on a swing arm. You do have a stereo as well as a video switch box here. Remotes are included. Your cab over bunk, this would flip to you, so you can pull up and just pull back on this mattress to make that. Skylight is closable above. Again, air vents, there's your smoke detector. This is a TV antenna along the roof line. This does raise and lower, so you would raise the TV antenna up and then lower it down. And then you can also pull towards you and rotate this to improve your reception. Let's set the parking brake here. Again, coming up into the cab area. Okay, we'll set that. Heat vents here. You do have a sofa bed here, which is gonna drop and pull down. You'll see access to heat vents and seat belts underneath. So that folds flat very easily. Dinette table can also convert to a bed. There's a lever here underneath. Flip that lever, push the table down. It's gonna be supported on both sides. And then these cushions are gonna come across to make your mattress in this area. There are also seat belts at the dinette. They can be pushed and stored up underneath the cushions as well. Coming into your kitchen area, you have your stove, which is propane powered. Select your burner to light. Use your direct spark igniter there and control the level of flame. Bifold range cover, when this is cool, is going to lift up and out and down across to cover this. You also have an oven, which has a pilot where you would push and hold it, and then you could use an aim a flame, lighter, or a long match. Your pilot light is actually at the back of the oven there. Microwave works just like microwave at home. It is electric, you need to be plugged in. Same thing for air conditioner, you need to be plugged in or running generator to operate those. Exhaust light and fan switches. Fantastic fan above. Use the knob to open the vent. Control there for speed, 0, 1, 2, and 3. That's a nice way to recycle the air in the coach. Crack a window and it really pulls through fresh air very nicely within a couple of minutes. Refrigerator, push in on the handle to unlock. Pull them towards you. The fridge controls are at the top itself. Push them all the way and make sure they click. So we'll show you that. When you push to open, there we go. Push to open. And when you're closing, make sure you hear a click. That's gonna be locked for travel. Likewise, if you're gonna be out of the coach for a while, leave the fridge cracked. That will let some air circulate through there. Your controls are at the top of the fridge. This is a two-way fridge, actually propane or electric, and it has an automatic setting. The on-off button is here. If you leave it on automatic, the fridge will seek for the most efficient source. So if you are running down the road, it's gonna run the propane side of things to keep the refrigerator cold. When you plug in at a campground, it's automatically gonna shut the propane down and switch to the electric side to run it. Likewise, if you were to start your generator, it would switch from propane to electric while you're running the generator to keep that cool. You can also choose to manually override it to just run on propane, but if you leave it on automatic, it will switch back and forth for you, which is very convenient. Thermostat control is here. You have fan, cool, and heat, low and high settings, and your thermostat. So we've got it cranked in here pretty good. It's cold. I'm gonna move that up a little bit. There is a time delay on the air or heat, so if you hear it takes a few seconds to either turn on or turn off, that is normal, the compressor or the fan. You can select just fan, or we can switch it to heat, and that's gonna turn on your furnace. Okay, remember your furnace vents are down low, and your air vents are up in the ceiling area. Bunk area, this is a great spot to show you your overhead lights as well. Lights operate with the switches right on them. Pop switch on or off. Okay, there is a bunk ladder included here for the bunk, which attaches there. Bath area. Your main GFI is in this area. If you had any electrical questions, there is a test and reset button here which you would press. So you'd want to come check this area first. Also of note, make sure you are latching your glass shower door. Lock is along the side here. So you can open it from here and make sure before you travel that you're closing and actually latching that door. A little hard to show you one-handed here, so there you go. Latch it for travel. Foot pedal flush toilet. So foot pedal on the side, push down, you get a rinse and a flush. Your wall switches operate the light. Again, the switch on the light itself needs to be turned on for it to operate. There's your vanity lights. And overhead there is a fan as well. Water pump switch is there as well. So fan, open the vent handle and turn your power button on right there. Water pump switch, very convenient location there in the bath if you are pulling from your freshwater tank. Coming back into your bedroom area, a couple things of note. Base of your master bed is your converter breaker box. You can open this panel, pop it open, and it gives you access to fuses and circuit breakers. And then this is the intake for your furnace heater, which I did turn on so you can hear that running. Lock mechanism for your patio door, for your pocket door for your bedroom. Push down to unlock that, slide that across for privacy. Likewise, when you're traveling, you want to make sure those pocket doors are latched and locked here for travel. Also, emergency exit window is at the back of this coach. If you needed to use the emergency exit window, you would pull up, out on those latches, push the window out to access it to get outside. Bedroom television, there is cable hookup there as well and remote. And coming back into the living area. Again, this is a feature benefit walkthrough and some of the systems operations of a 2010 Tioga Ranger 31N, stock number MH12802. For more specific details, information, and instructions, please do refer to the owner's manuals or give us a call. We hope you've enjoyed watching and wish you much happy RVing ahead. Have a great day.